Hey everyone, Wanderbots here, and welcome back to Night in the Woods, post-commentary day 2. I'll stop whining about it, but I won't stop complaining about when it gets weird. Anyway, let's go talk to B. I think? Yes?
Well, that looks like what we were doing.
Yeah, alright. It's like following...
That's why I always insist we never do that, but let's get going.
I just love
our like weird
pauses because we're talking about something, but I don't know what it is. So I'm just like, "Come on, me."
Hey, B. Hey, thanks again for last night. I owe you one. It's fine. It was fun. My night got like really weird and bad after. How so? Tell you later, I guess. Still like putting it together. Okay, well, let me know how that goes. I will. I think it's band practice today. Yeah, I'm gonna go hunt down Greg. Shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, nah, he's at the Snack Falcon. I don't know how that guy stays employed. He steals constantly, breaks supplies for fun, and leaves work whenever he wants. Greg plays by his own rules. It feels more like the world plays by his rules. Whoa. I don't even know what that means. Still, whoa. Oh, so do you think those lamps that you were smashing earlier were for the store?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They probably would have gotten smashed anyway. And this is me being like, did she have anything else to say? And the answer is no. Bye.
I mean, who is his employer? We don't really know who the
Snack Falcon. I mean,
who
I could see it totally.
Who's his manager?
I could see it being one of those where like it's
the place
such a
is
low.
So small.
Yeah, it's such a small store and such a low priority place that they simply don't have a manager. It's just Greg there. You up for band practice in a bit? I don't know.
I guess. Weird night.
How so?
I'll tell you about it later. Looks like the videos haven't changed.
Yeah.
I thought that they would have switched out of horror
I keep
films.
telling you they won't, but I personally wish that they changed.
I was expecting rom-coms and stuff.
It would be
Christmas
great if...
movies! Christmas!
It would have been great if they'd actually, like, had, like, a bunch of people submit theirs or something like that, and just switch them out every single time you go in and out. And it's just, like, a bunch of weird, dumb, fake movies, like Swamp Ogre, and it's just, like, a bad Shrek. And just stuff like that. Oh, it'd be great.
Snack to school, Megzilla Power, whatever.
I don't think these changed
Crunch
either. See, it would be great if the like everything changed here too, like Snookle to, sup, dude?
Long night, weird night.
What's up?
I'll tell you at band practice.
Cool. What you up to?
We gonna head out to band practice?
Probably should have asked him what he was up to. Oh well. Yeah, let's do this. I think just the alternative is always like no, and wasn't paying attention.
Hey,
whatever.
I think this is the song that you'll be able to sing because it's just screaming.
I will be singing this.
Screaming, male screaming.
I think. We'll figure it out.
Back to watch this fiasco again, huh?
Da da da. Yep.
You're our only fan, Germ.
I'm just here to be entertained. I'm a gentleman on leisure.
Nice.
Still trying to get my germ voice back.
Ready to play? Yeah! Go convince Greg. He's all slow today. Can do.
By the way, this is the hardest song in the game. It sucks.
Hey, Angus.
Hey, Mae.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm having a very boring week.
Jeez, I'm envious.
Hey, dude.
You okay? You look tired.
Yeah, I was up all night. They were fixing the roof door, and it was, like, super loud.
Roof door?
Yeah, the door at the top of the stairs that goes out onto the roof. Now I can, like, I don't know, run from that door down to the lobby, up to the roof and pee off the side of the building.
Yeah, maybe not. Ew. Hey, isn't that door that we sometimes pass at the top of their apartment complex?
I don't know if we've ever been to the top. But what's to stop random people from doing that too?
Dude, it'll be fine.
Sorry, I'm just tired.
Fair. Ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this shit. Who's the guy? How does he breathe? What's he hiding up his sleeve? I see him out on the streets and I can't even. Does anyone else see this guy? Or am I losing my mind? He's lurking in the tunnel. What is my reaction? He's coming up the street. His shadow stretching from his feet. Into my heart it's beating faster. He's the pumpkin head guy. What's behind the mask? Life comes and goes away too fast for me to even ask. He's the pumpkin head guy. Nightmare lurking in the woods. When will I wake? I wish I would. I'm running to my door and I can't find the right key. The moon is taken from the sky. The stars buzz out like dying flies. A whisper in the dark, oh God, he's right behind me. He's coming up the street. His shadow stretching from his feet. Into my heart, it's beating faster. He's the pumpkin head guy. What's behind the mask? Life comes and goes away too fast for me to even ask. He's the pumpkin head guy. The window, I see him. You cannot see his eyes. Would his evil eye burn this city down? Pumpkin head guy. Pumpkin head guy. Yeah. Wow, Mae, that was, This is me just cooling down and or screaming. That was a hard song. It really was a hard song.
Yeah, I mean, how much practice would it take? Also, you were trying to use the keyboard then.
Well, yeah, because it's the only way you can do it, because it's not easy on a controller.
Pretty bad is what it was. I literally do not know this song. Phew. So fast. You just pushed a button.
I am so tired. I strained my vocal cords yelling. Awesome. I'm gonna sound so husky.
And anyway, I don't even know if they're dreams or not. Oh, so she's explaining about last night then. And this guy, who I think was a ghost, kidnapped some kid, and I also think was in my head after, while I was sleeping. And anyway, yeah, I think I need to do something. Because this is scary. Well, that's not what I was expecting to hear tonight.
Are you okay, dude?
Yeah, no! I'm kind of freaked out.
It probably wasn't a ghost. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, fine. I'll go figure this out myself.
Aw, dude, don't be like that. You got us.
Aw, dudes. Okay, fine. So we need to maybe see if there's, like, some ghostly stuff happening around here. Like, from a source we can trust.
Such as?
Does the newspaper have, like, a ghost section? What? Why is that a dumb question? You know, we could go check the library. For books? About it? No, they had the local paper on file. Going back a century. If there's some secret history of kidnapper ghosts, we'll find it there probably. Oh wow, I didn't know that they had that. I thought it was just like a broken down, unbold bunch of books. When's the last time you were at the library? We actually have one of the nicer ones around. Oh, how? Rich dude who paid for it way back when? Yeah, they set up a foundation and... Never mind. Let's go. Can we regroup after?
Sure.
Okay, we'll be back. Woohoo, ghosties. That's the spirit. The library. I love the library.
We haven't been to the local one yet. I don't even know where it is.
Yeah, we haven't been
There's
to
like the
in our
one
new
near the
town.
grocery store, but that looked weird.
Look, jobs. Weird, like, when this was painted, it was like, hey, look out the window. We're all working. Things are great. Now it's like one of the graffiti murals after someone gets shot or hit by a car. This mural is really affecting you. I forget that we live in separate realities. Mine's clearly better. Died from band practice.
Finally, music.
It's fun. It's investigating. Hey. Closing in 2 hours. Okay, cool. Any idea where the microfish is? Microfiche. Microfiche! Fish! 3rd floor. Okay, thanks. Up, up, up.
That is an in-joke I will never stop.
Slow night? Yep. Spooky here, all alone. Oops, started her with the difference. I'd be spooked. Larry's wandering around here somewhere. I keep mixing their voices up now.
It's okay. She never speaks again.
Really?
I don't think so.
So who's Larry? Is he
I don't
some kind
know.
of custodian?
I don't know. Interesting how dimly lit the lobby is. Comparatively.
I mean, this is probably later in the day after work and such. This is probably closing hours. Looks like someone left something open on this one. It's a resume. Bob Targ. Born 1966. 50 years old. Let's see. Experience, mining, construction, well drilling. I never think about getting a job when I'm old. 50 is not really old. I mean, you should have money then, right? Ideally. It should be like guaranteed. Should be guaranteed in general. You gonna join my young socialist chatterbox group? I mean, a lot of people got laid off in their 50s, at least where I live.
Yeah.
Holy crap. What? It's Charity Barity. What's Charity Barity? How do you not know Charity Barity? I assume this is something from school. The school of being 5 freaking years old. All right. So this was a thing you liked as a kid? No, I hated Charity Barity. It does look really hateable. It was like... You're kidnapped by a cult, you're under some curse. Yeah, kidnapped. You're kidnapped by a cult. And when they were like brainwashing you, instead of some cult guy with a wavy dagger and a magic mask, that's not... Okay, yeah, go on. Instead of that, it was this effing pink nightmare. You were scared of it? No, I was bored to death. It was talking forever about being kind to others. And like, I don't know, helping an old neighbor do engine repair? That sounds nice. Charity Barity helps old Mr. Plonko fix his hovercraft. No, that's the worst part. It always rhymed. Charity Barity. Pink Night Merity. Charity Barity, I just don't carity. Geez, they sure made a lot of these books. I think they're still making them. This one looks pretty old. Charity Barity, danger everywherety. That's vague and disconcerting. Could have just kept updating that one book. I suppose it's like one of those Scholastic series, like what, the Magic Treehouse and... Goosebumps had a long run too.
Yeah, shortish long
The
run.
Boxcar Children,
Yeah.
Nancy Drew.
It's weird. I don't know of any like modern kind of youth series that had as long of runs as those did. Because like Animorphs got up to like 50, 60.
Going up.
I know like
I think people
Magic
are doing
Treehouse is
tween books
ages.
right now, or that like dystopian future, like divergent stuff. Oh wow, it's dusty up here. It's old up here. Sure is. Maybe your ghost is up here? Yep, ghost. Or something. Whatever he was. He walked through a chain link fence. Or flew over it. Or something. While carrying someone. Or something. Oh, right. Well, that's even more impressive. So we're gonna go find this guy. Because he took someone. And he's like somehow connected to this thing I've been going through. And that's not good. It all sounded a lot more badass in my head. It's okay. It was fine.
Yeah, I think young adult fiction really took off lately because of, you know, Twilight and to all the other ones. The one with the maze, the one with the one girl that was special. I don't know.
All right, here she is. Cool. So, I have like no idea how to use it. Really? I can't know how to do everything. I'm sorry, but what expertise have you brought to this thus far, huh? This whole thing was my idea. No, your idea was ghost hunting. My idea is to do at least a tiny bit of research on it. If you think it's so stupid, why are you here? Because you're my friend, you asshole. Aww. Ugh. Are we friends, Beatrice? Here, let me get this set up. We'll be here all night if your dumb ass is in charge. All right, so what are we looking for? I want to steer! No. Move! I'm steering! Ow! Jeez, Mae. I'm sorry. Okay. How do we do this? Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, move around and look at stuff. Step 3, find ghost. Sure. Tragedy at Stafford Mine. An explosion occurred at 6:20 a.m. in the Stafford Mine. All work has ceased while men attempt to rescue survivors. So far, 3 men have been pulled alive along with 20 dead. The explosion occurred 10 miles deep in the mine and only one group of men were able to escape before the elevator's rope snapped and the next group of men plummeted to their death. So far, hopes of finding more survivors is low. The main path to the tunnel caved in due to the explosion and supervisors are still attempting to piece together exactly where everyone was during the incident. Well, accident. Events. The last trolley on September 4th.
Yeah, we're gonna be skipping some of these. Fair
Bernie
warning.
Koss, longest employee with 25 years. Hey, that's probably where that pretzel place is. You know, the last stop on the line.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly where it is.
Twin Club will be meeting at Stag's on Wednesday. The month's craft will be knitted hats for soldiers, along with a potluck. All mothers of twins any age are welcome. Why twins?
I don't know.
Spectral happenings at Possum Jump. two local sweethearts were startled this past Sunday night as they hiked along the wooded overlook known as Possum Jump. According to the Lovebirds, at approximately 11:45, a human figure appeared to walk from the edge of the cliff out into the open air and then disappeared. Forestry workers the next morning were unable to locate any evidence of anyone having leapt from the great height, leaving the exact nature of what the two saw a mystery. A decent hike up into the state forest hills, Possum Jump is famous for its beautiful view of the Echo Reservoir. It also holds historical importance as it hosts the lonely graves of several persons involved in the Possum Massacre. Sound off opinion line? Men in town to please refrain from spitting on the sidewalk? Parents, make sure your daughters are not participating in the new trend of skirts showing the ankles? How old is this one?
Pretty old. And pretty dumb.
Ghostly rumors haunt New Historical Society. The Possum Springs Historical Society's conversion of the Shreegeist House into its new headquarters and education center has hit a snag. Custodial head Jed Newsome was resigned, citing strange occurrences in the old manor. I'd be there after hours doing my work, and I'd hear someone walking around, trying doorknobs. I came out to see who was fooling around, but there was never nobody there, said Newsome, trying to get his map room operational for the children. All the while I'm looking that's the same thing, looking over my shoulder, expecting to see God knows what. Mr. Newsome had previously requested to work only at daylight hours when the other staff were present in the building, but even that proved too terrifying. I don't go off to the off-limits area anymore. I don't go up past the second floor, and only then to the office. I know the others laugh, say I'm seeing Little Joe or something. They can all go spit. Little Joe, for the uninitiated, was the local ghost story popular some years ago. The Possum Springs Historical Society has refused to comment on Mr. Newsome's claims at this time.
I think I was reading this one and I was trying to give myself like a good spot to read from.
Yeah, so that's Little Joe. We've heard about him before.
Yeah, people have mentioned him in the past.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, Little Joe.
The reason why I'm kind of skipping some of these is there's a lot of little news articles.
Strike lumber's on. The bosses have refused to meet with the miners, stating their demands are too fantastical. The miners claim they're only asking the bosses to adhere to safety standards that are already the law. The National Guard was called after last night.
Yep.
So it's more mine strikes.
Yeah, so there's a lot of mine unrest. I wish there were
Underground gases
dates.
afflict many. That would cause hallucinations. The houses on Larch Street have been evacuated after the discovery of gas buildup in the basements was found to have led to hallucinations and scattered members of the households. For the past several weeks, residents have been complaining of family members who began hearing voices or seeing things that were not there. One older woman was found to have been having animated discussion with an empty chair. When pressed, she calmly explained that she was talking to her sister, who had passed away some 50 years ago. 2 nights ago, the son of Carson Zimmer ran out of the house and leapt into Cooper's Pond 1 mile up the road. Moments before, the child had been readying for bed, and according to another sibling, became increasingly agitated. The last words he uttered were about some sort of song before he dashed out of the house and into the night where his watery grave awaited him. The last event persuaded residents to request help from officials to see if it was related to the St. Leuven's lantern, a phenomenon where exposure to specific underground gases led to certain victims to experience waking dreams, auditory hallucinations, and the sense of unseen presences. Preliminary tests indicate that the gas is present in the homes, and mining officials are moving the residents until more tests can be completed. I wonder if this ties into Mae's dreams at all. The music, the hallucinations of bizarre creatures and happenings.
Yeah, it could be.
Samuel Coulson purchased acres of lands on the outskirts of Possum Springs. When inquired as to what he would be using the land for, he would only remark that he was coming there to delight. What was coming there would delight both young and old for years to come. We are very anxious to be delighted. That's interesting. The Stanley T. Possum statue was officially opened to the public, and we have to say we are smitten. For 2 cents, one can enter Stanley and spend quite a lovely time looking the Possum Springs of yesteryear in the museum. Enjoying some popped corn and fresh lemonade in the snack parlor decorated with Tiffany glass electric lights before heading up to full 10 feet to see the sights of our beloved town through the eyes of his grand possum. Well, this grand possum. That sounded so bad. There's even a beautiful train diorama that will delight both young and old. We predict Stanley T. Possum will be a sight that all passing through our town will desire to see. Oh, tragedy! Strike! New old store in South Side. Let's do this.
I don't know where we're going and what the plan is.
Oh, Little
here.
Joe is at it again. As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs has at least one resident who won't show up on any census survey. Little Joe, purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favorite spook story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery and strolling around, unnerving visitors to the largest graveyard in Deep Hollow County. His grave has become a destination for unruly and often destructive local youths, and as such, Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill the small hollow where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up patrols in the area, so be warned, thrill seekers, you may not see a ghost, but you may see a fine for trespassing. Stanley T. Possum statue, known by residents as Posse, is finally slated for demolition. Oh, he closed in 1967, but Richard Coulson, the son of Samuel, had hopes of refurbishing the statue for new generations. Posse stood silent for close to 60 years, witnessing the beginnings and the demise of the railroad, the mines, and the coke works that ushered in his existence. Teens and other vandals broke into Posse over the years, and climbing up through Posse became a rite of passage for many youth. Okay, residents have been torn over what to do with the beloved but derelict structure over the years, but 3 years ago pressure began mounting to have it torn down. A storm knocked off Posse's ear, and the next year Ralph Jenkins fell from the staircase and broke both his legs. Samantha Coulson Glick, daughter of Richard, finally agreed that it was time for Posse to go. The demolition will begin at 12 p.m. on Saturday, and viewing areas will be set up at a safe distance. Piracy! Dear citizens, must take note that your pies, to keep your pies safe. It's just some pie vandal.
Except for rhubarb.
Except for rhubarb. Possum massacre. Severe violence broke out at the Stafford Mines strike today. The bosses arrived to attempt to renew talks and were taunted by some of the children present. Rocks were thrown and National Guard and strikebreakers opened fire on the crowd. After a few minutes, the smoke cleared and the gory scene was revealed. 9 miners are dead, with a dozen more injured. A young brother and sister were also shot dead as they were delivering a package of food to their father and uncle who was on the strike below when the shooting broke out. The photographer of the 2 children, aged 7 and 9, the photograph, who were shot in cold blood, has circulated far outside of the little county. The heinous act led to a personal visit by the governor to the strike site to meet with the strikers. Independent inspectors were also brought, and talks finally began, 45 days since the start of the strike. The bosses have agreed to comply with the current safety standards and honor the miners. Strange but true, a tale of teeth. Hey, I wonder if this has to deal with Grandpa's tooth.
It totally does.
Strange but True is our ongoing series about the weird and forgotten aspects of Deep Hollow County history and culture, published weekly. Bad bosses figure heavily into Possum Springs history, and this morbid tale of crime and secret societies is no exception. The story goes that in 1870, a local mine boss was skimming workers of their pay. A group of miners confronted him while he was in the act. He denied everything with many a slur and punched the miners' leader, Darnell Glace, in the face, causing him to lose his last remaining tooth. The miners knew how much Darney's tooth meant to him, and they descended on the boss. A few held the boss down while others removed all of his teeth with pliers. The teeth were passed out to miners, and a secret society was created with a vow to protect the workers' interests. Membership was based on owning one of these teeth, and each was marked with a symbol of their choosing. These symbols were used around the coal patch to organize meetings and make announcements. The boss survived his attack but never named his attackers for fear of implicating himself. When he died a few years later, members dug up his grave to retrieve his skull. It was used in ceremonies performed before going out for retribution. All would gather around, place their teeth into the correct sockets, and later retrieve their tooth after retribution was completed. Upon a member's death, their tooth would be passed to a new member. Teeth of members in jail would be left in their sockets until their fates were decided. After the strike of 1889, the society dwindled. Occasionally, a descendant of one of these men would find a tooth with strange markings in their home. Strange, but true. Yeah! So I wonder if Mae's grandfather passed it down, but we haven't found a symbol on it.
Well, she never really went looking. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the tooth, but I think that's more of kind of a weird Easter egg than actually anything that will, you know, come to pass.
Aw, I was hoping that maybe the secret society was still going on and she'd find a skull
it's possible. I just can't imagine, because it seems like it's an optional pickup.
Deep Hollow County mourns. The final group of bodies from the 1888 explosion have been recovered 2 days shy of the 1-year anniversary of the tragedy. These 5 men bring a total dead to 112. 2 of the men, Addison Pine and Henry Harvey, were the ones who set off the explosion. Although mining bosses had been informed that gas pockets were present in that section, they elected not to inform Pine and Harvey of the possible danger. The other 3 bodies belonged to Peter Blesdo, Christian Sandoff, and Peter Lajtha. Peter Lajtha's funeral arrangements will be handled by Father Liddes, as the man's widow has since returned to Hungary with his 2 orphans. Oh. Well, they wouldn't be orphans if their mother was still with them, right?
Yeah.
They would just be fatherless. But that's sad.
Still pretty sad. Okay. Did we mostly get everything, I think, at this point? I can't remember.
Well, there's the tragedy with the explosion, the strikes. There are a lot of strikes.
High piracy. Yeah, there's one article about the old pickaxe opening up.
Underground gases.
Oh, the albino groundhog.
Oh, right. Leave him to his business. We cannot agree more with this upstanding citizen to remind townsfolk that if you're interested in seeing an albino creature, stop by a Sudi's barbershop for a peek at an albino raccoon. We're certain that this will assist your mind in completing the search for the groundhog. What? Interesting.
That's weird. So, I think this is the point where I realize we're out of things, and now, how do we get out of here?
Well, also, I think we didn't realize that you're supposed to click on the articles.
Yeah, we'll get that in a second.
This is interesting, but... Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is when we realized it. Deep Hollow County mourns. Yep, that was the one with the 2 orphans. Yeah, not exactly about a ghost. I'm still so surprised they didn't think anything of this article. Oh, wow, this is gnarly. And awesome! Oh my god. Yep, so she didn't put 2 and 2 together when it came to her grandfather's tooth in the vault. No ghost to be found here. The way you say ghost, it's like you don't believe me.
I wish they'd actually have unique lines for each one.
This one? No ghost. But people died. That would be like the cause for ghosts. No ghost here.
Like, B doesn't even react to the old pickaxe.
Ghost here. Yep. Roy Berg. No ghost here. Yeah, people were striking and such over these poor mining regulations.
I really wish they had actually had
proper... 112 dead?
I wish they had had proper dates for all of these.
Oh yeah, they don't include them.
Well, they
do have the 1888, 1889 events. Oh, look. Scooch, so I can see. All right, Scooch. I think I was initially pronouncing it Scotch.
Yeah.
Graveyard. That's a gimme. I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's where they make a lot of them. Looks like they saw him in the old section. Oh, cool. That's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that. How could you not be interested? This is like actual dangerous ghost stuff. I like history. Ghosts are history. History that won't stay history. That's actually pretty good.
And now it's like, where were they?
Where were all the ghost articles?
Bugs me that no one, B didn't say anything about that either.
Yeah, check out the basements of Maple Street. No ghost here. No ghost here. Oh, there's ghosts. Hey, hey, hey! Ghost spotted. Historical Society? History that won't stay history. In a history place. History place? Yeah, I've never been. You didn't go back in school? I think this was when I wasn't in school. Oh, after the softball incident? Yeah, mostly just watched TV and did therapy. Well, it's actually a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the mine owners or something. Railroad, mine, steel mill, something like that. An actual haunted house. No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have like summer arts and crafts programs. Oh, well, still worth checking out. Yep, no ghost here. We already passed over the tooth, so where was that last article on
It's
ghosts?
Joe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it Little Joe?
Oh, wait, we already did Little Joe.
We did? Okay, I forget.
So we did Little Joe, the mansion.
It's not the pie thief.
No ghost here. Yep. No, it wasn't a ghost stealing pies. That would have been rather funny. Events. Oh, spectral.
Oh, yeah, it's Spectral Happenings right in the center.
Oh, yeah.
Did we read this one out loud?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Hey, look at this. Yeah. Looks like Possum Jump? Let me read it. It's Possum Jump. Okay, yeah. That's back up in the state park, right? Yeah. Ever been up there? Nope. Gonna check it out, though. Go nuts. Okay, well, that's like 3 leads. Let's boogie. Let's boogie? Also, is that it? I think we can't look at more pages, but 3 clues! We got 3 leads. You're a regular detective. Mae Borowski, a detective of ghosts. All right, let's go. So, we've got some leads. Can I borrow your car this week? Do you even have a license? I mean, no, regardless. But do you? Nope. No license, no credit cards. Don't believe in money. You just believe in other people's cars and money. I didn't choose to be born into this society. Okay, well, I have, a job. So I can't drive you around to all of these spots. I can maybe do the graveyard. I need to go there anyway. Cool! I'll see if Greg wants to do the other 2. And I probably don't have to say this, but just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Hey, nerd! Ever hear that history repeats? It does. It does the same thing over and over again. So we've just been in a loop since we were living in caves? Yeah, that's science. Oh my freaking God. Oh hey, B was actually talking about her mother probably.
Oh. Wait, really?
Well, that's at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I mean, we can keep going. It's just a black screen.
No. Well, she had just said, I can take you to the graveyard. I need to go there anyway.
Oh, you didn't get that? I thought you were talking about some other, ghost-related thing or history. But yeah, she needs to go to the graveyard to see her mother.
Aww.
Yep. So, I would like to put one little very quick aside at the end of this episode, seeing as we're here.
But it's black screen.
Yeah, it's okay. A lot of people have been giving me shit for, wanting the plot to hurry on with the ghost story and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love the whole, kind of post-teenage angst story that's going on here. It's awesome. my main issue with all of this, and the reason why I've always wanted it to hurry up, is because there was a freaking arm on the first day, and like, I don't know, I thought I had a reasonable expectation of spooky, and the post-teenage angst is great.
Suspicious, but everything's happening.
I know.
Someone got abducted.
It finally is, and it's about time.
They're going to investigate. It's all going to start happening.
But I just wanted to get that out there properly now that I've had the chance to put it into words. It's like, I just had the reasonable expectation of spook. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for post-commentary. Next couple episodes are going to be...
live. Well, not live, but...
properly. Well, live recorded at the very least, which obviously we're both looking forward to. And I guess with that, see you guys then. And as always, thanks for watching.